Okay, what's going on, guys? And welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Today we have a very special guest on the show.
The future featherweight Bellator world champion, Pedro Carvalho. Pedro, how are you doing?
Now that's an introduction.
That is an intro.
Yeah.
now,
you like that?
Now we are all set to start it. How's it going, guys? Thank you for having me.
That put a smile on your face, Pedro.
That was by far the best introduction that I have been in a podcast. Thank you very much. And
Will Fleury told us to say that.
Oh, as he said, and he said it very well. Did he say that we share house for a year?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Fibra.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good crack. It was a good crack to spend that year with them. Yeah, and if he did say that to you, he said very well. You said correctly. It's very soon, featherweight world champ. That's correct.
Yeah.
Did he treat you to any potatoes? Did he get you into the potatoes?
The Spud Life.
Spud Life.
Hashtag Spud Life.
Hashtag Spud Life.
I have this like every day the conversation was why you call potatoes spuds, and it was like because spuds is one thing and potato is another, and it was like no, that's potato and period, no spud. So no, now I call it. Now I call myself Spud. Like that's a Spud, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. Will, he's a good mate of ours. We were down at FightCon with him. He's a great fella. I remember the last time I saw you, Pedro, was actually at Bellator in Dublin, and we did a little quick chat backstage. You were in full swing preparations for Pitbull, and obviously you did the whole shebang, weigh-ins and everything before the fight got cancelled. Talk us through how that went down and your mindset throughout the entire event proceedings.
Yeah, like at the time when I found out that the whole show got cancelled was like 3 hours before the whole thing started.
That's crazy.
And like I'm gonna be honest, like there was like a heartbreaking moment for me. Like I was like for the first 2 hours I was with no ground. I was like in a bad dream. Even like 2 days after that, I still was like kind of no reality thing. I was like but then as all the dirt got settled in and as you know, time goes by, you start to think about it, and it was the right move to think. And like I've said, I was just a bit sad that the decision wasn't made like on Wednesday or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is what it is. In the end of the day, they made the right decision, and now we just wait, because in the end of the day, the outcome will be the same. I'll be the champion. Doesn't matter if it was on March 13 or it will be down the year, you know, doesn't matter. I will be world champion, and that's what matters, and that's it. The rest is rest.
Yeah, Pedro. There was meant to be no audience in that arena, wasn't there not? When were you told?
Firstly, yeah.
Yeah, when were you told that?
So I was told on Wednesday. If I'm not mistaken, I was told on Wednesday that the show will be at closed doors.
Yeah.
So my first thing was like, fine. At least they like my first idea was actually like I'm kind of happy because they are, you know, going on with this instead of canceling. They are going on. Like I said, doesn't matter if it has people there or no. Like as long Patricio is there, that's what concerns me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was. It was told me on Wednesday that it close to public, but the show would still go on.
Yeah,
I have an idea for you, Pedro. How would you feel about headlining Bellator Dublin against Patricio? And because that rivalry between SBG and the Pitbull brothers has been a long time ongoing, what better place to do it than to do it in Dublin, because Patricky fighting Peter Queally on that card, isn't he?
Yeah, it is. That will be like, man, I doubt that will happen because the zone has the TV rights of the whole tournament, so they're gonna do all the fights in US. But man, if that will happen, that will be like a dream come true. Are you joking me? like win the world belt and do it in Ireland, that will be amazing. That will be amazing. But I doubt that will happen. But that will be an amazing idea. That will be like, especially when his brother is also fighting on that same card. So that will be bananas all over the place. There will be something special to see.
Yeah, because Pedro, you're one of the only few SBG fighters that hasn't actually fought in Ireland on a Bellator card.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's one of like I for quite some time I'm kind of have this little dream, of fighting in Tree Arena, because man, like that place is special. That crowd is special, and I still believe that one day actually big fight. I'm gonna bring a big fight to that, and who knows if it's not the next one, but I doubt it. But who knows?
You can bring the belt to the Tree Arena as a champion and defend it there.
Exactly, I'll defend it there, or maybe I win the lightweight also.
And there's sort of only a couple of fights left in the tournament to go. You have Caldwell's going to fight AJ McKee. How do you see that one going? Who do you think you'll end up with in the final?
I think like I said before, I think I'm gonna face, and I said that to him personally, AJ McKee. I think AJ McKee, Caldwell is dangerous, but the thing between him and AJ they're gonna face is that the biggest weapon of Caldwell is wrestling, and his striking is not that dangerous, and McKee has a pretty good wrestling. His wrestling can neutralize Caldwell's wrestling, and then AJ is gonna have the upper hand because his striking is better than Caldwell. So I think that will be the major factor of that fight, and then Caldwell cardio is not that good, so he cannot not even that he can threat AJ. So that's a lot of like, of course surprise can happen. I was actually think that Borix will beat Caldwell, so it's kind of surprise, and surprise can happen. He can beat AJ.
Yeah, he was undefeated as well, wasn't
he? Borix, was undefeated. Yeah. But in this case but in case of Borix, I understand, because it was pretty much a grappler against a striker. Is a grappler that is not a great striker, that is Caldwell, against Borix that is a great striker, but he doesn't have great grappling. So that wasn't like a huge surprise for me, but to take him down, and I think AJ is going to the final, and I think like I would want to fight Sanchez in the semifinals because he's pretty much the number one contender, but I think, in my personal opinion, I think Weichel will beat Sanchez.
Yeah, and you'll be crowned the king of Europe as well.
Yes,
be Weichel as well.
I don't care, because I will be crowned the king of the world. So I will take the whole thing at once.
Tell me this, Pedro. Your next fight against Pitbull will be a 5-round fight, and everyone else is fighting 3-round fights. Do you think that's a disadvantage, or does that really play into any account for you?
No, that's a huge advantage for me. Like fighting in 5-5s, it's like if people seen 60% of what I can do, and I play at my full performance rate when I'm fighting for 5-5s, because I start to really get into on the third. I feel like I surpass already their warm weird feeling, and already know the fight, and that's it. After I just hit that click, I just go, and from the third round on, I just go uphill, and that's when I see my opponents and everyone like go downhill. So I clearly see it as an advantage. but I'm also know that I'm facing one of the best ever, you know, and not even because of that. He's a really experienced guy, so and he's been doing 5 fights for years. So even that I know that I have a better conditioning than him, I know that I have some cautions and you know, like I've said before, all corners are covered. No surprise will happen, and the only surprise that will happen is the whole world gonna be shocked when I dominate, beat, and finish Patricio.
Yeah, Pedro, we were really looking forward to that fight until it was cancelled. You know that we were following to the last minute.
Yeah.
Oh, you have me excited for it again. Anyway, put it that way.
That was bad, but like seeing like I always like to see things for the positive side, and the positive side about it is like now we can promote even more this fight, you know. So we're gonna have more time to sell it a little bit more, and train a little bit more, and myself putting even in a bigger show to everyone, you know. So we cannot like I always see this thing. My whole life I got myself like that. We cannot guide ourselves seeing the bad things or losing our time seeing bad things in everything that happens to our lives. It doesn't matter how bad the thing happened to us. We always try to find something positive out of it. And from this solution, there is not for this solution for this occasion is not even that bad, because there's a lot of good things that we can take out of this. So I'm not even concerned about. I'm not even sad about it right now, and I'm actually happy. You know, I just spent almost few weeks in my mom's home where everything started. It was really, really, really good because I was able to spend more time than normal with my mom, and you know, see the old posters. What I started when I was just a kid, and I was dreaming to be what I am. So
Yeah.
Actually, all these things been really it's been even better for me, because it's just giving even more of a boost on my motivation to go harder, to go further, and to absolutely crush everyone that they put in front of me. So
yeah, because you've
like
literally
I've said,
you've literally given your whole life to this. I heard that you
absolutely,
you left your family in Portugal to come to
like
Ireland to train.
I I I I I I given up of being a normal kid when I was 13 years old to this. You know, I rarely I didn't go out. I you know, everything that a kid does, I was putting aside so I could go to the gym, train, and that's it. And people ask me why, and I just like, I know why, you know. And all this was the picture that I have in my mind,
Yeah.
and from that very young age, I knew that soon, and during all this journey, sacrifice will have to be made, you know. And I did a lot of sacrifices to be what I am, but you know, I'm just on the beginning. I'm
Yeah.
just on the very beginning of this whole thing. And like I've said before, all these guys talk about where they come from, what they want, but they don't really know what means to want something, you know. And they realize that when they are in front of me with a locked door, cage locked, you know, when the cage is locked and I'm in front of them, they start to realize what means to want something, you know. So that's it, you know. That's what I'm focused on. Sooner or later, like I've said, sooner or later, and will be now very soon, because I'm scheduled to fight Patricio. So very soon, I will shock the world and shut everyone's mouth, you know. So it's just a matter of time.
That is one thing that I think has been very impressive as of late. Like, your performances seem to get better each and every time. When you beat Sam Sicilia, very, very impressive. When you beat Derek Campos, also very, very impressive. Do you have a particular performance that you were like, that was the best Pedro that people have seen so far? What sort of game plan do you have going into this Pitbull fight?
So it's kind of it's funny because I spoke this personally, and I said that for me, till the date, the best performance by far that I ever had was against Campos. That was like almost perfect. The only bad part was like the takedown, and then He got my back for a few seconds, but forgetting that was like by far my best performance today. That was like just one side fight against the name that he is, you know. And it's funny because the way that I was feeling, not only about the outcome, even physically feeling going to the fight, you know, because you know, you just feel yourself, you know yourself, and I was seeing, I was when the Derek Campos fight was scheduled, I was saying like straight away, the first thought that I had going through my mind was like, I'm gonna knock him out, and that was it, and that became like a reality for me, and it happened, and then I was fighting Sub Cecilia. And everyone was seeing me on the gym, you know, putting on the work, and everyone was seeing my striking flow so well, and everyone said like, "Man, you're gonna knock this guy out," and it was like, yeah, like I didn't doubt, like I was believing that I will absolutely crush him, but I don't know why. And actually, that was fun that we were like on the same day of the fight, we were on the room with my team, and John Kavanagh was like, so we're gonna have a knockout today. I was like, I think I'm gonna submit him, and he was like, I think I'm gonna knock him out. I was like, Coach, if I submit him, do you give my purple belt? And he was like, done deal. So I remember, I submit him, and he came to me, and the first thing that he said, it was like, congratulations, you are officially a purple belt.
Nice
So
one,
that
nice
was funny, you know. And it's like I never say like, this fight's gonna finish like this because I'm gonna limit myself to an idea, but I also stay together a lot with the feeling. And from this, when this Patricio fight got done, not only in any moment of my camp, it was going through my mind that I might lose. No, it was like always 200% sure that I will dominate, crush him. And the only thing that's going through my mind is gonna knock him out, and I know, and I can see it. I can perfectly see it, and kind of exactly know when it's gonna happen. You know, so the only thing that I right now want is have the date set, you know, and go out there and do what I love. That is fight. You know, in the end of the day, I don't care if I go out there and win by knockout, submission, or decision. I just want to go out there and have a fight and test myself against the best in the world. And in the end of the day, prove to everyone that what I said is true, that I'm the best in the world.
And do it for Victoria.
Yeah, I do for everyone, you know. I do for my family, do for my friends, do my country, do for Ireland, you know, do for everyone.
Do it for us, Pedro.
Do it for us, Pedro, with it.
No, absolutely, 100%. You know, like that's why I can, for you.
Yeah, for us guys.
No, but that's why I also always carry the Irish flag with me, you know, because since day one I was received in Ireland as an Irishman. I was treated, supported as an Irishman, and that's one of the things I will never forget, and that's why I love so much that country, and I always take with me and with big proud the Irish flag with me, and I always gonna do it because I also am what I am. I also living my dream because of Ireland and the Irish people that helped me going all the way where I am. So
yeah, when you win the title. When you win the title, you have to make sure your first defense after the Grand Prix is in Ireland.
No, that I will make sure. I'll make sure of that.
Get that in the contract.
The first two stops it's Ireland and Portugal.
Perfect.
I love it. And tell me this, obviously, Pedro, you're coming from one of the best gyms in the entire world. And luckily for us, it's on our doorstep. But when it comes to your training days and your sparring days, who are your main sparring partners?
So like my sparring partner, so that's gonna depend on my opponent, you know. That we never not because of sparring, that is fight simulation. It's always depending on who we are facing, and we try to bring to our camp the most similar guys that can simulate the fight stance and style of our opponent. But like I train with everyone. I try to take the best of everyone. But of course, my main training partners are the guys that I spend time training is Peter Queally, Artem Lobov, Richie Smolin. But like there are guys that I do more rounds because I do rounds with everyone. You know, we are just like a big family that are trying to take the best out of each other in every single session. You know, and we are trying to improve and be the best together. You know, so there's no like groups. Like I train with these guys. I just train. We train all together, and we try to improve all together and reach the top together as a team, as a family.
Oh, that's brilliant. And come fight night, whenever we are rebooked, who will we expect to see in your corner? Bar John Kavanagh, of course.
On my corner against Patriota, the same. My corner never changed. You know, my corner is the very same from day one. Is John Kavanagh. My striking coach, David Jones. My second striking coach, Graham Dolan, and my wrestling coach, Sergey.
Sergey, so man, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's a beast. He's a beast of a man, and not only is a beast of a man, he's a great individual. He's a great man. He's a great person. And you know, he's real. You know, he's transparent. He is what he is, and what he has to say to you, he has. And he doesn't have problems in show you love and absolutely love him. And he's one of the persons that I love the most to work, to know. You know, I can learn so much from him and from everyone, and that's why their people are always the same in my corner. You always see the same people in my corner, and that's it. And especially on this fight, you know, it's a title fight. It's going to be a special fight for me. I want to make sure that the four of them are there.
Yeah, perfect, Pedro.
Well, that sounds Pedro. Barry, go on.
Oh no, I was just going to say,
Pedro.
Pedro, we actually saw your Bellator debut at Bellator 200 in London.
No,
and then following your Bellator career ever since, it's just been brilliant to see.
Yeah, on that fight. Yeah, it was their fight, and the next one in Italy. That was the only fights and against Sam City. There was three fights that always was someone missing in my corner. You know, like one person, and right now, like I've said before, I wanted to make sure that everyone was there. You know, it's a special night, and I want to everyone be there. Not so much for help me, but to celebrate together.
Exactly, yeah.
So, Pedro, I've been sitting there thinking ever since I had you on, and this is how I see it. Bellator, Dublin. Pedro defending, made his first defense of his featherweight title. James Gallagher versus Sergio Pettis for the bantamweight title. And then we'll get Peter Queally versus Patricky Pitbull in a rematch. Would that not be like the greatest Bellator card of all
time? You're saying like at the end of my tournament?
Yeah.
So I have even a better idea.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Hold the phone.
Exclusive.
You know, if he's after the tournament, I'll go out there. I'm gonna defend my belt. Then James go out there and fight whoever he has to face. Maybe Sergio Pettis is the biggest name for the bantamweight belt, and Peter Queally goes out there and fights Patricio Pitbull for the 155 belt.
There you go.
Oh, I love it.
And we have 3 belts in one night. You know, I think that's even a better idea.
There we go.
Yeah, we throw Will Fleury on the card.
100%. No, I actually you can even do better. You put also Will Fleury for the middleweight belt. Doesn't matter who against who. And
against Mousasi.
Yeah, Yeah, we'll see. You're gonna fight Douglas Lima, so we never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. You never know.
Right.
Pedro, thanks an absolute million for coming on. You're an absolute legend. Barry, anything to add?
Pedro, that was brilliant, man.
No,
We
thank
can't
you
wait
for
to watch you
having
fight
me.
again.
Oh, me too.
Everyone, make sure to follow Pedro because he's going to come to champ. Make sure to like and subscribe, and as always, stay energized.
Stay energized, Pedro.